Think you know everything about the NFL's most electrifying receiver? Think again. The scary truth about Tyreek Hill nobody is noticing will shock you. Behind the blazing speed and highlight reel plays lies a story full of unexpected twists, from a troubled past to whispers of early retirement and plans beyond football. From rock bottom to NFL royalty. Before Tyreek Hill became an NFL superstar, his journey was anything but smooth. Growing up in Garden City, Georgia, his natural talent was evident, but it didn't guarantee him success. Despite dominating in high school track and excelling as a multi-sport athlete at Coffee High School, Hill was largely overlooked by college scouts. It's hard to believe that one of football's fastest and most explosive players could fly under the radar. Oh my God! But that's exactly what happened. How could someone with that much raw speed be passed over? Hill's journey took a pivotal turn when he enrolled at Garden City Community College in Kansas. There, his jaw-dropping speed caught the eyes of scouts, and he began to turn heads in the junior college circuit. At this point, it seemed like Hill's big break had finally arrived. He transferred to Oklahoma State University, where the world began to take notice. But just as his career was gaining momentum, Hill's world came crashing down. A 2014 domestic violence arrest led to his dismissal from the Oklahoma State football team, effectively derailing his NFL dreams overnight. What seemed like an insurmountable setback could have been the end of his football career, but Hill wasn't ready to give up. Instead of walking away, Hill made a humbling detour to Division II West Alabama, where he started over and fought his way back. This was a crucial turning point, as the adversity he faced became the foundation of his unshakable resilience. His time at West Alabama didn't just help him regain his focus. It helped shape him into the cheetah, the lightning-fast and lethal weapon the NFL would eventually fear. Hill's struggles, setbacks, and fall from grace led him to a place where he could rebuild himself, both as an athlete and as a person. The scary truth? Without hitting rock bottom, Tyreek Hill might never have been able to transform into one of the most electrifying and dominant players the NFL has ever seen. That fall? It was the crucible that forged the beast we see today. The speed myth that changes everything. Everyone knows Tyreek Hill is fast. His 4.29-second 40-yard dash is the stuff of legend. That's crazy! But what if we told you speed is just the tip of the iceberg? While other speedsters decline as age catches up, Hill is defying every rule of physics and football. The scary truth? He's not just maintaining his dominance, he's actually getting more dangerous with time. At 5'10" and 191 pounds, Hill doesn't have the size of a prototypical NFL superstar. Yet he's redefining the receiver position in ways nobody saw coming. How? It's not just his legs. Over the years, Hill has evolved into a complete weapon, with elite route running, sure hands, and an uncanny ability to track the ball, like a homing missile. Defensive coordinators face an impossible dilemma. Do you play deep to prevent the long ball, knowing he'll slice through underneath routes? Or gamble short, risking an instant highlight reel downfield? The terrifying reality? There may be no right answer, and Hill's dominance is just beginning. The trade that exposed an NFL secret.
Tyreek Hill has been traded from Kansas City to Miami. That man is now a Dolphin.
When Kansas City shocked the NFL by trading Tyreek Hill to Miami in 2022, critics were quick to write him off. No Patrick Mahomes, no Andy Reid. Many experts were certain his dominance was a product of the Chiefs' offensive system. What the fuck? But what if the real secret wasn't the system, but Tyreek Hill himself? What followed left the football world stunned. Hill didn't just match his production with Kansas City. He shattered expectations. His 119 receptions and 1,710 receiving yards with the Dolphins weren't just career highs. They exposed a reality that few saw coming. Hill wasn't a system player. He was the system. And here's where it gets terrifying. Hill achieved this while catching passes from quarterbacks who aren't future Hall of Famers like Mahomes. He's proving that his dominance doesn't depend on anyone else. It's all him. So now the question looms. If this is what Hill can do outside Kansas City, how much higher can he go? The psychological warfare nobody sees. Here's the terrifying aspect of Tyreek Hill's game that stats can't capture: his psychological impact on defenses. Hill's mere presence forces entire defensive schemes to shift. Teams often resort to deploying two safeties deep to prevent him from breaking free, creating significant ripple effects throughout the defense. But here's the kicker. Even when Hill's not catching the ball, his impact is still felt. The field changes the moment he steps onto it. This constant pressure on defensive backs opens up a world of opportunities for the entire offense. Running backs find more space, other receivers face lighter coverage, and the quarterback, now with more room to operate, has greater control over the game. But the truth behind Hill's dominance isn't just physical, it's mental. The system-breaking impact. Perhaps the scariest truth about Tyreek Hill is how he's forcing the NFL to evolve. Traditional defensive strategies, built over decades of football theory, are crumbling in the face of his unparalleled skill set. When a player can turn a simple 5-yard slant into an 80-yard touchdown at any moment, conventional wisdom on defensive positioning goes out the window. This isn't just about beating individual defenders. It's about Hill single-handedly disrupting entire defensive systems. Coordinators now face a nightmare scenario. How do you design a defense when a player can change the entire game with one play? The scariest part? His influence stretches far beyond just this season. Hill's impact is forcing NFL teams to rethink their approach to drafting, training, and developing players on both sides of the ball. But here's the open question. Is the NFL truly prepared for the next wave of players like Hill? Or are we witnessing a revolution that will only continue to disrupt the league's power structure? The future of Tyreek Hill. A legacy or a ticking clock? Tyreek Hill's career is a testament to his extraordinary abilities. His speed, once thought to be his only asset, continues to shine as he defies the typical decline seen in speed-based players. Hill's commitment to conditioning and his evolution as a complete receiver could redefine longevity in the NFL. However, there's a darker side. At just 5'10" and 191 pounds, Hill's style takes a toll on his body every game. With rumors of early retirement in 2025, the question arises, how long can he maintain this level of play? Is his continued success the blueprint for NFL longevity? Or is his body and mind pushing him toward an early exit? The answer may unfold with each electrifying play. Tyreek Hill's timeline of trouble. From college arrests to NFL lawsuits, Tyreek Hill's off-field troubles are as wild as his on-field speed. Check this out. 2014, arrested for choking and punching his pregnant girlfriend. Probation and anger management followed. 2016, drafted by the Chiefs despite major backlash over his violent past. 2019, investigated for child abuse after his son's broken arm. Charges were dropped. 2023, accused of slapping a marina employee. Settled without charges. 2024, sued for allegedly breaking a woman's leg during a drill and detained for a driving violation. Yet, despite all the controversy, Hill continues to dominate the NFL. How does he do it? The legacy question that changes everything. Will Tyreek Hill go down as the greatest receiver of his generation, or will his turbulent past and whispers of early retirement overshadow his brilliance? Hill isn't just rewriting record books, he's revolutionizing how football is played one game at a time. The scariest truth about Tyreek Hill? We might never see anything like this again. He's not just fast, he's a once-in-a-lifetime player who merges jaw-dropping speed with surgical precision in his routes. A player so unstoppable that entire defensive playbooks are being reimagined just to contain him. And yet, he's hinted at walking away while he's still in his prime. Think Tyreek Hill is invincible? Think again. The Cheetah may be the NFL's most electrifying player, but his career is marked by a series of injuries that tell a different story. From hamstring pulls to quad strains and even a fractured sternum, Hill's endured setbacks that could have sidelined him for good. Yet, against all odds, he's not just bouncing back, he's redefining what dominance looks like. The real question is, how long can his body handle the relentless punishment of his revolutionary playing style? Hill's journey from a Division II afterthought to an NFL superstar isn't just a story of resilience. It's a blueprint for redefining what's possible. With every game, he's forcing the NFL to adapt in ways we've never seen before. As Hill continues to dominate, one question lingers. How will history remember him? Will his legacy stand as the blueprint for a new era of football? Or will the clock run out too soon, leaving fans and critics alike to wonder what more he could have achieved? What's your take on the Cheetah's game-changing impact? Are we witnessing the evolution of football's future? Or is Hill's dominance just one unforgettable chapter in the NFL's storied history? One thing's for sure, every time Tyreek Hill steps on the field, we're watching history in motion. And the most shocking chapters might still be ahead. Make sure to watch our next video to dive deeper into more game-changing players.